what is it? Numi and Michi's first IRL interaction couldn't be more awkward. I want you to know, by the way, on the second day, I was I was with Numi and Shoto, and then Numi and Shoto went to go to the gym, and I was like, I'm not going to the gym, so I'm gonna head back. So I was like, I'm gonna head back. I don't want to go to gym. Bye bye. And then Numi looked at me like full on eye contact, right? And then she smiled, like a very soft smile, and she goes like, you're so awkward. And then like the elevator door is like closing as she said that, and I'm just like standing there, like I'm frozen in front of the elevator. I want you to know, like she was in the elevator with Sho. I still remember this so vividly. Like she made eye contact, she smiled, and she was like, you're so awkward. And then the door was like as it's closing, it was so fucking cinema. And I stood there, like I couldn't even move. Like I was like, I want to go back like to my room, but I couldn't even move because I'm just like, damn, it's so over for me, isn't it, chat? I was like, oh god. I fell on my knees. No, I didn't. But it felt like it. It felt like in my head, I fell on my knees and I'm like, it's over! I tried so hard to act so not awkward, and I guess it came off really awkward. It's over! But yeah, she did. Second day, by the way. Second fucking day. But then I got my shit together, you know? I got my shit together and I tried really hard.
Michi, Shoto, Michi. Yeah, this was the first time I got to meet Michi, and she was extremely embarrassed because she was either zooted or drunk.
Why is she talking about me with fucking Moodang in the background? Like, I'm watching this and I'm like, that's not what I look like. I'm like, what? That's not me. What are you talking about?
I don't remember which of the two. Shoto is fine too. Bro was so fucking funny during that trip. I think Sho was like, I told him like so many times, I'm like, I think this is your funniest week yet, Sho. You're doing great. And he's like, thank you. I'm like, you're so funny this week. And he's like, thank you. but he just gets funnier and funnier the more he hangs out with us. I don't know. You're doing great, pal.
With the fucks and close enough, I do not look like Moodang.
Like that famous little hippo. No, you know what the funniest thing is? Okay, so this was how it went when I like met them. So like, it was like this. Okay, so you know how the rooms are divided. Sho was just in his own room, and then Michi was also just in her own room. Like,
okay.
No, and I think like by the time we finally came in, they were just like, I think Sho was just sitting at the foot of the bed, being like they were sleepy from jet lag and shit. Well, not Michi, because it's not a crazy flight for Michi, but she was like zooted and he was drunk or some shit. He was just really tired from the jet lag, and so was Yuzu. And then we come in and we're like, hey.
My favorite thing about I swear, Numi talks about her community so often, by the way.
Kind of cute. It meant you had a chance. You could have sealed the deal.
I like to take my time, baby. But Numi kept talking about her chat, and she's like, she is so like she's like, oh, I love my community, I love my chat, blah, blah, blah. And my chat, okay, you guys saw Numi draw me on the bed here, and one person in my chat went, big head. I don't know what to tell you, chat, okay? But like, maybe if you treated me like how you treated Numi, I could actually say something good about you every now and then. During that trip, I messaged like Discord because I was like, oh, you know, maybe I should tell my community that I missed them. I was like, hey guys, and they're like, can you please leave us alone? You make it really fucking difficult, chat. I just want you to know that.
Hey,
wow.
And like, Michi just kind of like looked at me and like didn't say anything.
She was so pretty.
Like, oh my god, Michi. And then wait, here, let me see if I could draw a little picture of this. It was me being like, oh my god, Michi, and then she was like that. She didn't look that concerned. It was more like a strafe like this, and then she was like just there. She was like. And I was like, oh, okay, so all right, she's got to be shy or nervous. Yeah, that's got to be it. That's got to be it.
Is this how she saw me? I was Pepe oofing her, bro. No, that's just my face. Why do you think I like Pepe oof so much? I naturally just look like I'm judgmental, but I'm not. And oh my, we have this. No way, we have the other side of the story, the other perspective here. That is nuts. I literally just thought like, damn, she looks so pretty. Is she wearing makeup to go to bed?
Terry got scammed
Crazy
for
work.
$6.90.
She did say anything. That's really good. She like did not say like anything when we first met, and then I gave her a handshake.
Oops.
Because I did not know
true.
what
I said
to
hi.
make of how she was acting. I was like, do I like? She doesn't seem as excited as I am to see her. And so I gave her a handshake, and then we went into the other room while Yuzu was unpacking. And at this point, Yuzu literally didn't even know who that was. Like, she didn't know that was Michi. She just thought that was some random girl that was there. So she was putting her shit away, and then me, Michi, and Sho were all just kind of talking. Sho gave me a bear hug as always because he is like a small guy in a big man's body that doesn't know his own strength. So when he gives you a hug, it probably feels like a normal hug to him, but to us, it is almost having the life being crushed out of you. So that was, imagine. I'm like, Sho! I give Sho a huge hug. I turn into Michi's looking at me silently, and then we shake hands. And and then she just looked a little confused, and then after I think she gave me a small like awkward hug, I guess, and I said, all right, so that's the most physical contact we will have this whole trip. She probably seemed uncomfortable with me. Another thing to note, that remember guys, I take things very, very literally because I don't want to make the other person uncomfortable. This was another mark. Me being like, oh, okay, she wants to share a bed because there are no extra beds. This is my first time meeting her. She seems very distant and needs to warm up to me, so I will not sleep with her in the bed because I don't want to make her uncomfortable, right? And so this was another thing I said, okay, like the vibes that I was getting off is, okay, I will be very careful and I will not overstep boundaries. We were just talking for a little bit, and then she just said like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed. And so she just like, she was getting ready to go to bed, and then Yuzu comes back, and then Yuzu looks and says like, wait, you're Michi? Oh my god, you're so pretty, what the fuck? You're so pretty, what the fuck? And then I said, oh, thank god. I was so excited because Yuzu opened up that conversation, because then I could talk about Michi. So I already knew what Michi looked like because she showed me pictures, but in the pictures that she sent me, she didn't have any pictures of her smiling. She has like the most adorable smile. She is just I don't know. Okay, so like Yuzu is sexy and hot, right? Like sexy, hot, pretty girl. Michi is cute girl. Like she's cute. Like cute. Like she's just very cute and pretty. She is pretty cute. And then Yuzu is hot.
Do
sexy,
you understand
pretty.
why assumptions are bad
like
now?
the different kind. She's like very femme.
I understand why assumptions are bad. I understand my mistakes, chat. You know, to a degree. I feel like Numi has assumed here as well, you know, but it's okay. It's fine. I get it. You know what? Chat won't ever point out the fact that she is literally assuming too! But it's fine. I get it. Wow. She thought I was cute. Aww. Actually, I think this is the first time someone complimented the way I smile. Why, thank you. I think when I smile, my tooth looks funny because I have a funny tooth shape. Aw, I appreciate that. Well, from day one, this is how she felt. Okay, no, I'm not...
Pretty cutie
That's my
patootie,
point.
like tiny
You both assume.
cuteness aggression. And so when Yuzu said that, I said, thank God, I can say something. And yeah, this is what I was like, finally met Michi, we shook hands 2 times. Yeah, so right after Yuzu said that, Michi was like, okay, I'm going to bed. And so she just got up and then she left.
I'm just grabbing my wet tissues.
And so
Gotta
I
hide
am
my
going
tears.
off all of our interactions at that point, and I said, okay, maybe I should just stay in my own bed because it's obvious she is very, very shy and I don't want to overwhelm her. Yeah, what a great first interaction. Matara was like, how was it? I said, as awkward as I imagined it. It was very awkward. I pray there will be 3rd and 4th by the end of the trip. It was very, very Michi though. Like I did expect it to be like that. It was funny. What happened the next day? What? The next day was the nightclub?
I should stay as a VTuber.
This is where there was a shift.
I should
This,
stay as a
y'all, is
VTuber.
what marked a shift. This was the next day where we were going to a nightclub. This was the day that caused a very big shift in the tone of the group. At this point, it was a little everybody getting to know each other. This was the first time they all got to hang out and talk to each other. But the morning of this day, I went to say good morning to Yuzu and Shoto. They had breakfast with us. Michi chose to not eat breakfast with us. He was like eating with her mom instead. And so I didn't get to see Michi until later.
Oh my God.
And then Michi's like, I have some stuff for your roommate. And so I went over to her room and then I dragged her ass out of the hotel room and introduced her to my roommates. And then she gave my roommate.
Yeah, I even got gifts, by the way. I got everyone like souvenirs from Indonesia. I just want you to know, like, I swear to God, I'm friendly. Okay,
Should
I just
be glad I don't know the context of this right now?
no, I swear to God, chat. I keep telling people, and they're like, no. No one can ever tell me this ever fucking again. Was so shocked, so nice, Taki, and the thing you gave for my stomach saved my life. I got you, Taki. See, I'm telling you, I keep telling people I have a resting judgy face. Like, I look like I'm constantly judging you, but I'm not. Sadly, that is just how I was born. Okay, when God made me somewhere at one point in life, he decided to be so fucking funny, right? To put Pepe Oof as a person's face. And then they did. And then I swear I'm like a social experiment by God. Because I don't look angry. Like, I don't look angry. I don't look sad. I look like I'm judging you. I keep telling people, I'm like, I swear I am not. Like, I really don't think at all. I swear I'm nice. I swear by it. I just look like this. God, somewhere in the works, my mom and dad's genes decided to fuck with me a little bit.
Roommate's gifts, and then she waddled back to her hotel room. And I think this was the day that we all
it's not resting bitch face. I don't look like a bitch. I look like I'm concerned. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I literally Pepe Oof. Like, it doesn't look like a bitch. Like, I don't look like I'm mad, and I don't look like I'm mean. I just look like I'm like, what? You like Pepe Oof. That's it.
all just me and the roommates hung out the whole day. We ate food, we shopped a little bit, and then this is also I think the day that I got my jorts because I was tired of wearing like skirts and linen pants.
Oh my God,
and
jorts.
I couldn't find pants that fit me because they were all in high-waisted. If there is one clothing item I hate more than anything on this planet, it is high-waisted jeans. I hate them.
Base.
I am a lover of low-rise jeans and baggy jeans. I do not like wearing anything else. So my collection of jeans.
How is she so right and then so wrong? Like, I don't get it. Like, she's like, high-waist jeans are bad. True. And she goes, I like jorts. I just don't get it.
Jeans are either oversized, gigantic baggy jeans or my skinny jeans that are low rise. That is it, okay? And so the jorts that I found were like low rise and they fit me. And I just really wanted to wear something comfy for one of the days. And that's why I bought the jorts. That is why I bought the jorts, because I couldn't find anything else. Glad you're back, Queen. Have a great day. Thank you. So anyways, this was also the day that I got to meet Yusan. We saw them at breakfast. Here's another thing to note, guys. Picture this. Me and my roommates all wearing matching wolf shirts. Another day, wearing matching guava shirts. Wearing matching ugly outfits. Every single day we went downstairs to eat breakfast, we were wearing like that. The VTuber group, Sho, Yuzu, Michi, and Yusan. They literally looked like celebrities every fucking morning. Like, the first time I saw Yusan was that morning, and I thought Yusan was so attractive that when we saw them, I didn't say anything. I just walked right past them because I was really shy. And then Michi like messaged me later that day and was like, what are you doing today? And we're like, oh, we're gonna just go shopping and then we're gonna get ready for the nightclub. I go mute around hot people too, for real, for real. Thank you, Juniper. You make me feel so valid. You make me feel so, at this point, Juniper, I don't even remember when we like met. But I don't remember if it was either a bro thing or me being like, damn, you're so pretty, bro. What the fuck? I genuinely think I was drunk when I met Juniper, but
the
yeah.
size of that IRL. Wait, did you actually see that? Damn, the VTuber tracking, the VTuber model tracking. Gotta stop fucking doing that. Wait, did you actually see it? Yeah, Lamau. So I just can't. I can't. You don't get it. You just don't get it. You don't know Yusan the way I know Yusan, okay? Anytime anyone glazes them, I can hear their fucking voice in my head. It's like in the back of my brain being like, I know, right? Every time they do that, I just rage. Like, there has to be like a trigger warning before any of this happens with Yusan. Yusan's my trigger warning, okay? They PMO so bad.
I'm really that day. But the pool is on the same exact floor as the gym. We go up to the gym and they were leaving the pool. I walked past them again. And then I messaged Yuzu. I was like, Yuzu, I'm so sorry. Yuzu, I'm so sorry. I'm just really nervous to meet Yusan because Yusan is really attractive. And then Yuzu was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Just come over and meet them. And I said, and then Yusan messaged asking if they could borrow my setup. And I was like, sure. And so the first time I got to meet Yusan was before we went to this nightclub. And I like brought up this setup, and then I was so nervous that I couldn't even make eye contact with Yusan, and I was just like talking to Michi, and I was like, what did you guys do today? And then like Yusan come up, and then Michi was like, no, this is Yusan. And then I said, hi, nice to meet you. And then Yusan was like, wow, you are very cute. You are so cute. And I was like, oh my god! I was like,
Communication major, everyone. Damn, she's just catching strays out of nowhere. Jesus, I think she's communicating very well. If you don't get it, okay. It's true though. Yusan has very like aura. Yusan has really strong aura that I wouldn't say I'm immune. I am just so like, you know when you're exposed to radiation? You know when you're exposed to like radiation for too long and then your body is like fucking glowing green? That's how I feel when it comes to Yusan. Like every time you know how many people that like I've met and I'm like I introduced them to Yusan. I think one time like I went to Japan, I had like some people, like I had friends with me and I invited Yusan with me and I introduced them to Yusan, and like the next couple of days they're like, oh my god, Yusan is so attractive and so blah 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 blah, right? And like it's not just the looks, by the way. It's like Yusan knows how to talk and like act, you know, like the way they talk and act is very like charming, you know what I mean? Like there's like how do I explain the vibe? Like prince-ish? Is that a good way to describe? Like, yeah, like a prince, you know what I mean? Yeah, princely. Yeah. Like the charisma of like a prince, you know what I mean? So obviously a lot of my friends are like, oh my god, like it's just the feeling, yeah, like royalty. Yeah, not like royalty, but it's like gentleman charm, demure. I don't know how to explain it right, but I feel like the best way is just like imagine a prince, something like that, you know? So every time someone says it, I'm just like, yeah, I understand, I get it. Like, yeah, Yusan is really, really nice. Yeah, Yusan's really like, and then they sing really well, which adds to the charm, you know? It's like, wow, so charming, and they sing crazy. So I was like, yeah, I get it. And they're like, yeah, they're just blah blah blah. Every time I have to realize, okay, this is one thing. Yusan does that to so many people. They don't do it to me, and I just don't get it. I don't understand why. Am I an idiot? Maybe they do. Or no, they don't. Maybe they do, but I swear to God, they don't. Like, I understand. I see what my friends are talking about because Yusan does that to my friend, right? So if I was my friend, I'd also be like, oh my God, that feels great. Yusan doesn't do that to me, bro. Yusan literally goes, you're a fucking stupid loser. Like, I would tell Yusan shit, and they're like, why do I have to do it to you? Why do you do it to my friends? What? You are dorky. You know, like, back to the topic of radiation, you know, the way I feel every time I'm next to Yusan, right? It's like, my friends are like, wow, radiation tastes great. And I'm over here and I'm like, I can't feel my bones. This is how they treat me, bro. This is what I have to do, right? That's just fucked up. I'm just like, hey, Yusan, do I look good today? And they're like, oh, it's so annoying having to do that. Like, what the fuck do you mean? I don't get it. Who's Yusan? Just some asshole on the internet. Just some asshole on the internet. It's fine. I try so hard. And Yusan's just like, yeah, I think you look like a nerd. It's fine. Continuing.
And then like Michi was kind of
One day they'll know.
Like, what the
No. One day they
Oh my
will
God.
know.
Oh my god!
Your
I forgot
true
about a whole day before
colors.
this was a mall day that caused the shift. I will go backwards. Yusan was really aura farming. I think Yusan has the most aura out of anybody I've met in my whole entire life. But anyways, oh yeah, we went to a mall because I went to get a haircut. I was asking to get the wolf cut. They looked at me and said, "We're gonna just give you bangs." So you know, they looked at Tony's haircut and literally gave me the same exact haircut as her. Not
That
at
was
all
so
what I asked for,
funny.
but you know, it was fine. They gave me a massage while I was getting a haircut. It was incredible. And this is where the actual shift came from. Sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to rewind it like this.
Donkey special.
Thank you for the raid. I hope you had a nice stream.
The donkey special is a wild thing to say. What the? Because you're already friends with them, Omega lol. Chat, I want you to know, okay? Before I was friends with Yusan, they didn't do that to me. Even before we were friends. And then we got closer and then we became friends because I don't even know how we became friends. Yusan, are we friends? Oh, I know you're watching! Stop taking a nap, old man. Wake up. Okay, maybe that's why. I keep calling Yusan old man. And everything Yusan does, I'm just like, you're so fucking old, bro. Maybe? Okay, let's just watch the... That's fine, let's just watch the clip. Yusan say no. You guys are so fucking mean to me. What the hell? After everything I've done. You said maybe? Yusan, do you see me as a friend? Ew. Yeah, maybe this is why. You're right. So basically, you have dorky aura. Chat. I think... I think sometimes when I'm next to Yusan, I... Oops, add lol. Not even subbed. Crazy work. Crazy fuck. Not the oops ad. I can't with this guy. I can't. I'm gonna cry, bro. You know what, bro? Zane Koji, take that sub back, bro. Fucking refund that shit. It's fine. Just refund that sub, bro. Just what's wrong with you? I can't
Ma'am,
take too much of
I
this
was
shit.
right about you being a dork then. I am very good on this.
I feel like, okay, this is how I feel. Every time I'm next to Yusan, right? It's like aura balancing. You know? I don't think I have an aura. I feel like I kind of prefer that where, honestly, if your first impression of me is not good, I don't know what to tell you. It doesn't get better. If you don't love me at my worst, well, that's probably the best you'll get. I'm gonna be so real with you because that's the best I can do. But I'm very myself. So I don't think the aura is necessarily there. I think it's okay though because a supping wet cat aura. Stop fucking comparing me to a wet cat.
She's not a donkey. She's a dorky.
Ads, what are you saying, you bish? Yusan, you got a sub. Okay, look at this old man. Doesn't even fucking know how subs work. If you are subbed... Oji-san.
You know what caused the shift, guys? Final Destination 4DX.
Oh,
we were at this
yeah.
mall and they had 4DX and I said, oh my god, we should watch this movie. It's the first time that we were all together. Aside from Yusan, we didn't meet Yusan till the next day. But... I looked at Michi and then I said to Michi, are you okay with horror movies? She said, no, like I'm not. And then when I was booking the seats, I was going to be sitting with like my roommates, right? Because the rows were separated, so we'd have to be in separate rows. So the front row was going to be like Michi, Yusan, Sho, and Yuzu, but Yusan couldn't go. And Michi's like, I have to be all alone. And I was like, no, I'll sit with you. I'll sit with you. I'll sit with you. Okay, I'll sit with you. And so we were like front of the middle section, like right at the front. And this is what caused the shift, y'all. So we're just sitting here watching the movie and it was Michi, me, Yuzu, and Sho. That's how we were seated. And then behind us was like the roomies. And right when the movie started, it like Michi fucking just latched onto me like a koala. Like just like, and I said, oh my God. And then like, so my left side, I was getting like squeezed by Michi, and then my right side was Yuzu, like 2 seconds from having a panic attack, like grabbing my right hand. And then eventually it just, Michi got so scared that like my whole entire body was just like literally like thrown to the side with her, like just grabbing onto me. And then I'm in my head, like in my head, I'm like, okay, like, okay, maybe, okay, this means that she's becoming more comfortable with me or some. It felt like taming a stray cat at this point. I was like, all right, okay.
It kept
and so by the
spitting
end of
water.
the movie,
I said this before and I'll say it again. The movie is so fucking nasty. Okay, Final Destination and 4DX is so fucking gross. Because like the fucking cinema kept coming on my face and it was so nasty. Like where did that water... I don't want to even think about it. It entered my mouth and I don't want to think about what the fuck kind of water that is.
It
so
was
gross.
like Yuzu just trembling and Michi trembling, Lin trembling. All of us like, holy... I was like, holy... Whoa, whoa, and I had to be brave, y'all. I didn't necessarily think the movie was scary, to be honest. It was a really cool action thriller. So I wasn't like scared. The movies that make me get jump scared are like horror films, like Insidious. Movies like this, I'm more like, oh my god, because it's very gory. So I said, all right, I'll be strong. I will be the strong one here. So I was just like my left side was just getting crushed by Michi. And I said, okay, well that happened. And then after we were like leaving, the shift, I think, happened after that because at that point, Michi began to become a lot more touchy towards me. And then I said, oh, this is so strange because I thought she didn't like that. So I was like, okay, all right. And so it's just me adapting at this point. Fast forward now to this nightclub here. Sho and Michi and Tony got so fucked up. Mind you, we were like there was only like 20 people in this club because I thought it was gonna be a really poppin' club. Turns out that Thailand changed a bunch of the clubs there, got rid of their dance floors and replaced them with table service instead to make more money. So there was straight up no dance floor. So there was like no people. We were the only ones popping our pussy. I am not even kidding. All of the staff were hanging out with us and partying with us because we were the only ones partying. Well, let's ask my seatmate how...
I forgot to ask this during Numi's stream, but what are those snacks, by the way? Watermelon, grape, there were some pineapples, and melons. So watermelon, melon, grape, pineapple. These were rice cracker chips, fries, I think this was what the melon was. And then this was some meat, like some like pork or like beef stuff. I don't know, because I didn't eat it. And then this were nuggets. So nuggets, fries, chips, watermelon, melon, pineapple, and grapes.
How I got up. It's because y'all kept drinking the fucking champagne. You and Lynn kept drinking the champagne, so they all got extremely fucked up.
What
and then
you call it? I ate the fries.
Was like, Yuzu, do you want some juice? Do you want some water? You want me to buy you some fruit, Yuzu? Yuzu, are you okay, Yuzu?
They're like, you want to have a drink? I'm like, how dare you? She
was
doesn't
so
drink.
random.
Get that hand away from me. And then I took Yuzu's drink of champagne that the staff was giving her, that I drank her drink. And then whenever they tried to give her more, I was like, do not give her any more champagne. Don't you understand? She doesn't drink. And so it was like me and Lynn going, well, let's cheers to that. Yeah, Lynn and Tony, you see how there's 2 bottles of champagne? They cleared that. The tequila was... Michi was like, wow, I've never had tequila before.
Yeah.
Me going for evil. Me being like, oh, interesting. Sho being like, no, not again. And so, oh, that's interesting. So I showed her how to take a tequila shot. She's like, wow, that's easy. I think I should have another.
The lemon was so good.
And then she was like, I think I should have another.
And
then
the
in the
first
time I would go
time
to
in
the
my
bathroom,
life.
I guess they had like more shots, and then they just kept going. And then all of a sudden, Michi went from stoic to her and Tony, the most affectionate people I have ever seen in my life. So guys, you could be just standing there idly. There was a step where we were. There were like a couple steps. She would jump at you like a fucking monkey. Like she'd jump at you and be like, Numi, and just hug and attach and be like, I love hanging out with you. I love hanging out with you.
Okay, I purposely left that part of the story out of my story, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm so calm and collected and cool. No, I'm so calm and collected and cool. God forbid a girl has love in her eyes. I swear.
Numi getting her lightweight friends slosh. I gave them like 2. I didn't force them to have any other. It was just them being like, it's time to drink more. Get the shot. And then I was literally like, I think I need to like lock in because everybody's getting fucked and we need somebody to be locked in. And so So but then they're like, come on. And I said, all right, okay. And then I would like look Yuzu in the eyes as I'm drinking the shot. And I'm like, she's saying, don't go crazy, Numi. Don't go crazy. And I'm like, yes, dear. And so I locked in, I slayed. Meanwhile, the others were all just going crazy. Michi was attaching herself to anybody that was within like a 2-foot radius to her. She would jump on and just like cling to. And after that, I think they got way too drunk, and then Yuzu's like, okay, I think I want to go home now, because obviously, like, if everybody's
That's not
drunk
true,
and you're
guys.
not,
That's not true.
It's a little more overstimulating. And so I walked her outside, and then the whole time shows like
Love in her heart, booze in her gut,
sloshed
and
it,
emergency
and he's like,
room in her
Numi,
sight.
I need to make sure Yuzu gets home safe and Michi gets home safe because I'm responsible for them. And I said, brother, sure, buddy. And like Yuzu's just completely sober, and we're both like looking at him and we're like, really now? We got them into the little Grab driver, and we left like 10 minutes after because it was low-key like not fun, because there was like nobody there, and we just left like immediately after, and then we went to bed. And that was that. There are really great pictures that I wish I could share. They randomly had like dancers
Yes.
pole dancing behind us, and then there's this picture of like Michi like collapsed on Tony and Yuzu with this pole dancer just upside down behind them. And I turned it into an iMessage sticker. And
I think Numi took a picture of me and Tony, but there was like a stripper behind, and I didn't even notice. Like, I didn't notice. That was how, like, I don't like alcohol, but I like how tequila makes lemon and lime not taste like lemon and lime, and I could enjoy it all over again. Like, I wish there was something like that isn't alcoholic that makes it easy for me to enjoy citrus again. Because I do like citrus. It's just like, it triggers the gag reflex. It's so bad that I didn't even notice there was a stripper. You know I'm drunk when I don't even notice the fucking stripper behind me. Michi IRL is like a wet, sobbing kitten, is the title of this clip. Okay, what is this?
you guys, we were gonna do an offline collab while we were in Thailand, but Michi was like, hey, why don't you just hang out? And why would I say like no to that? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There's a lot of things I learned about all of the people that I got to see that during the trip, and I do think that Michi is the equivalent of a sobbing wet kitten, perhaps. You know, just like a little ball with two uwu eyes looking up at you. That is the biggest, bestest description I can give her. I will delve into that more as I get into the story time, but I swear to you all, immense cuteness, aggression towards all my friends. She has not been saved from that feeling. I also feel a lot of cuteness, aggression towards her. That is it. Ray Tracer. I do also want to say, Ray, I know Michi would love to claim that my 6-month plan of being friends with you, whatever that propaganda she was trying to spread, that false propaganda. The real ones do know that the reason why I ended up talking to Michi this year was because of Ray randomly talking about her on Discord. It
was
If I
Ray!
didn't see that, there's no way I would have spoke to her, bro. Like, I don't think I would have ever. Oh my god, and it's crazy because that was January 1st when I first started to talk to her, and
It was
we went on a trip
you?
together recently, which is wild.
Oh, Jesus, that sound effect
I
scared
don't
me.
think I've ever missed a streamer in my routine as much as I missed you and the numbers Nyman heart.
Aw, Trev, thank you. It's so sweet to see you say nice things after you killed me so many times in Chivalry 2. Thank you very much. I too have missed Numi Nation. And my way of coping with that during the trip was by stalking the Reddit, the Discord.
I like how she goes, I miss Numi Nation, and the way of coping. I fucking hated you guys, deadass. Come on. Nah, chat. I tried. I did. That I did. I said, hey guys. And you said, shut the fuck. Okay. Damn. I tried. I swear. It's mutual. XDD.
Comes in and drops the John Pork image, no context.
I said something nice, and then chat said, get off your phone, loser. And I'm like, okay. And then I thought, you know what? This is the best way to show chat that I'm thinking of them. So then I
It's
said
okay,
John
we hate
Pork.
you too. Purple heart emoji.
But John Pork is so funny, okay? At least now you know that I saw a meme and I thought of you. Number 1 hate watcher. No joke, chat. There are like at least 20 to 30 people that have told me they are my number 1 hate watcher. So one of you guys are true. The rest of you guys are kind of borderline fucking lying, okay? Because there are more than just one. So, yeah, get better, bozo. Real one knows it's me. Get better, bozo. Yeah. Anyways, fuck you.
The Twitter
It's the same
hashtag.
person. We're all the same person,
great.
Mr. Distractoid.
Welcome back, Numi.
No
So
way.
good to see you again. It's been 84 years. Also, I'm super
This
excited to put
behavior.
my VIP ticket to Chicago to use. Hope you enjoy signing tech decks. Nime on your spite. Love Nick
Tech
C.
what?
Lego.
I'm excited
tech
to see you
decks.
guys.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh god, we
Oh
have
my
so
God.
many fun things to look forward to together too, such as, of course, the concerts
My bad.
in Texas
I heard that
and
wrong.
Chicago. The last 2 Numi concerts ever. Yay!
Yeah.
You saw my tweets. Y'all are on my f***ing timeline. How was my trip meeting my wife? The more I think about Michi, the more I feel sad because I miss her a lot. Casual Rams fan. I am actually.
Yay! I thought she hated me.
I'm sick. You know
Ew,
what's funny,
ew.
guys? Tony was out here like, Numi would make me cry and then take pictures because she thought it was funny. You guys do not understand. This bitch has a photo album dating back to when I was a teenager of the most foul, heinous pics that could ever exist of me on this planet. God forbid I have a picture of her sobbing a little bit. Yeah,
Not
you say,
Tony
there's
catching
this
a
one
stray.
video
Goddamn
that
Tonky.
she reposts and sends on my birthday of me when I was just a teenager, of videos dating back to when I was like 11 years old. No.
I wanna chat Tony. So Tony is Tonky. I think Tonky is such a fucking funny, just fucking name. But do you remember? Out of nowhere, chat, we were in like the car, and then Tonky showed me like, look at this edit I did for Numi's, like, I forgot what year it was, but it was for one of Numi's birthday. You know, like, you know those like TikTok edits that are like, you know when you stan like an idol, and then you have a TikTok edit of like a fan cam, right? Literally a fan cam of Numi, and it was like a collage of so many. It was when we were still teens. It was like genuine fan cam edits, and then there was a beat drop in the video. I'm trying to describe the video justice because it was actually, I was caught so off guard with the beat drop. There was like this random beat drop, and then out of nowhere, like a picture of Numi as like a teenager appears, like looking all like emo and shit. And then it slides, like it beat drops changes to like mirrored pictures. Like it's the same picture, just like mirrored and then like edited, like pucha, you know what I mean? It's genuinely like TikTok fan cam edit back in like 2010s. It was so fucking funny that honestly, ever since then, I was like, I really like her. I really like her. So past versus present type. It was like watching someone unbox. Like, I don't know how the best to explain it. It was good. It was top tier. I liked it a lot. You are an editor of all time.
I will happily take a picture of you sobbing and crying to giggle at, because at least I will have one small little piece of blackmail back at you. And so we decided, okay, let's do Thailand. Let's fucking do Thailand. Let's do it. And so we had that marked since around last year. And then we put a pin in that and decided to solidify it around the end of last year to figure out the right dates. And then fast forward to January 1st of this year, I met Michi Mochivi. And I
please say something good.
Still don't really understand how things played out like this, but Michi ended up liking me and said, I want to go meet you in Thailand. And I said, sure, person I just met. Oh, hold on. You literally spoke about meeting in Thailand for the first ever time you met on stream. Wait, is that for real though? When I think back on it, I didn't know if it was the first time I met Michi where we talked about it, or if it was like the second time. It was? Are you f***ing serious? Does anybody have the timestamp of that? Because I truly... Are you serious? Yeah, it's...
Okay, no joke. I'm happy that it turned out the way it did, but at that time I said yes because of Kamimi. You don't know, chat. I love Kamimi so much. I think she is one of my only friend that I've known for like this long, and I've never once even met her. Like usually I would get, like, I know someone and we're like friends already for a good amount of time, and then I meet them. Kamimi, I've known for so long and I still haven't gotten to meet her at all, and I'm so fucking sad about it. But it's okay, I'll meet her eventually. But I was so sad. I said yes because Kamimi was coming at first, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna meet Kamimi. And Kamimi, she knows me very well, so sometimes, like...
Numi said you invited Kamimi after.
No, I already was talking about it with Kamimi before I was talking to Numi. So this was off stream. Like, I literally was planning a trip with Kamimi way before I was like talking with Numi. And then I think during that time, it's because I knew Kamimi was close with Numi. I was like, oh, then like if Numi came, she would be happy too. And I also would want to meet Numi IRL. So it's like, okay, cool. 2-in-1 kind of a deal. But I've planned to meet Kamimi for so long now, and we still haven't gotten to meet. It's so fucking sad. I don't know why, but it's so hard for us to meet. Why, Kamimi? Why? God damn. With Kamimi, like, she knows what kind of person I am. So if I tell her, like, oh, this might sound bad, but I'm very fucking awkward, okay? So sometimes I need to ask, like, if I know Numi is friends with Kamimi, before I talk, like, before I get closer with Numi, I usually ask, like, Kamimi, for example, like, hey, by the way, what kind of person is Numi? You know, like, what does she like? Like, what is something that she enjoys doing? Because, like, I like to know a little bit about them from their friends before I get to know them too. Because I get really awkward and I don't know what to say, right? So when I ask Kamimi and she's like, oh my god, you would love Numi, like, Numi's blah, 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 like, Kamimi doesn't usually say that unless she means
an
it.
off collab with you and Kamimi.
Me too! Dude, I don't even need an off collab. I just need to meet her. It's so over. Like, Kamimi knows, even if she's friends with someone, it's like, not someone she thinks that I would vibe with too well, she doesn't usually go like, oh, that's someone you would love. Like, she only says that if she genuinely thinks that's someone that I actually do like, which is true. So I trust Kamimi a lot. She's one of the only friend that I have that I've known for this long and still have not met, and it pisses me off.
So, oh my god, there's so many... I don't want to just expose Michi, but there's so many things about this that she contradicts herself so much, and this is one of the things I will be quiet. If anybody has a timestamp though, let me know. Tell a mod. The mod will link it to me. Thank you very much. OT. She's right about the jorzo. Shut up, bro.
Thank you.
God
One person
forbid
in
a
chat.
woman wants to be comfy cozy, all right? Okay? I'll defend your jorts, Numi. Thank you. You and Tommy were the only ones that had my back. Yuzu says Michi was one of the prettiest people she ever met, but Michi talks about herself as if she's ugly, so she's basically just like you. Why do you have to attack me for? What did I do? What did I do? Why am I catching a stray with that one? What the f***? I thought we were about to... it was about to be an uplifting conversation.
I saw talking
and then you decided to attack my character. You're not wrong, though. Michi is Lisa from Blackpink. Oh my god, I have a really cute video of her standing next to Lisa from Blackpink.
I am Lisa from Blackpink.
Videos. We just want you to love yourself, uwu. Oh, don't hit me with that after what you just said. No one attacks Numi's character like Numi. Stop. You're gonna make me blush. Make me blush. Anyways, we can look at the timestamp if
I
anybody
swear to
says it
God,
later on,
Numi
but
never
fact
acts
of the
this
matter
way with
is,
me, and it's so
Michi
funny
and I
to see.
met January this year. And pretty much, apparently, allegedly, I will put the estimate of either the first time...
No one attacks Michi's character like the scammers. That is true. Okay, people are like, no one attacks your own image like yourself. I try so hard to fix my image for months now, and it's you! I would have been successful with it if not for you meddling kids.
We talked, or the second time we talked, I brought up saying, yeah, I'm gonna be going to Thailand with my roommates later this year. And then she said, I want to go to Thailand. I'll meet you. And I said, okay, bet. And then it actually ended up happening. Somehow it ended up happening. Welcome back, Oshi. We were well behaved. Nothing happened while you were away. I truly don't trust your words. I did see the chaos you wrecked in Mina's stream, though. So proud of you for that one.
Maybe if you called us foreskins would be
but
nicer.
Yeah, Michi said this to me when we were talking. I don't ever meet people unless I know them really, really well. I don't ever go out of my way to meet people ever. Blah 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 blah.
True.
It takes a long time for me to warm up to people. I just
True.
and so when I brought up meeting you, my mom said, "Who?" What do you think about it, y'all? She said all of this, and in
I
the
brought my
same breath said, yeah, let's meet. Within the first 2 hours of us talking. Now, I want us to all just take a note of this. Because there's been a big pattern that I noticed on this trip of Michi contradicting herself or telling me one thing and
I'm
then
telling you, I'm
doing
telling
the
you.
complete opposite. I would also like to
There's
lay the
always a
foundation
reason,
because
okay?
of how the trip ended up playing out. I don't want people to point fingers towards me. You can point some, but it is not all my fault in how things ended because Noombas. Look at me. We've known each other for a very long time now. You guys know of my tendency to overthink, my tendency to be very anxious, especially when meeting new people. I can seem very friendly, but I'm also very anxious because I don't want to say the wrong thing and make them hate me forever. Because of that, I'm very trusting. It causes me to get hurt quite often, but I choose to be a very trusting person because what other reason would I have to believe the opposite? Okay?
At
What
least
other
she
reason would I have
admits
to
it.
believe the opposite. So,
Nah, I never do that.
When Michi, before we meet, excuse me for a second. Let me pause this really quick. In general, we'll be very trusting of people that I meet. So what reason would I have to believe her otherwise when she tells me things like, I
You're
don't
just
really
like
like
each
physical
other,
contact
father.
with people. I'm not really close to people, for a very long time, and I'm really nervous around new people. I don't really do that.
nervous.
I'm very reserved off to myself. I don't really do this and that. And
That's
I
true.
believed her. Nobody can get mad at me for not doing specific things because I will take the things that she says seriously, right? We were joking about there being a couch in between us on the bed. When we were talking in the group chat, plotting everything, planning the
Someone in her
trip,
chat just said
we
she
have 2
lied in
hotel
full
rooms.
capitals.
Okay, so the first room had the roomies. So it was
Oh
Tommy,
my
Avery,
God.
Lynn, Tony, and Kino, right? My friend Kino.
Okay,
And,
okay, what's her perspective?
So we were all in one, and then the other hotel room had the VTubers, Sho, Yuzu, Yusan, and Michi. And we were trying to figure things out. There was a couple single beds, and then one big bed. And then Michi was like, yeah, you want to share a bed. The way that she was telling me about this shit was like, because there were no other beds, we should share the bed together. And that is like pretty much what she said. She's like, yeah, and I'm like, I don't really like to, be near people. I don't want to blah, blah, blah. So me hearing this and wanting to not make her uncomfortable when she kept saying this and bringing it up over and over and over again, I said, oh, okay, well.
I can never win, bruh. You just lose. All you do. Damn. I'm about to be a character from Death Note with how much else I be taking. I'm telling you, chat. I told her, I was like, I'd like to share a bed with you, and she's like, oh, because there's no other bed available. I didn't say that. Oh my god.
Well, this is a really good thing because the other hotel room, there's enough beds for everybody. And so, for this whole trip, I was staying with my roommates in the other hotel room. So, my reason for this was literally because she just kept telling me that she doesn't want to be near people unless she's 100% comfortable with them. And I said, no, that's so fair because we just met and I don't want you to be uncomfortable. And Michi's also the kind of person that does not say if she feels another way until it's too late, okay?
Okay, that's
we will
true.
delve into this later. I'm building a foundation here.
That's true,
I am
that's true.
building. Also, hi, Nicoella. Hi.
But you did say that. Shut up, chat. Shut up.
It's a valid way of thinking,
No,
but
that's-
still
okay,
funny.
you know what?
No, it is
Fair, fair.
so funny when you hear how this played out. Like, me telling
No.
you this is just so you are not surprised or shocked when you see how all of these events unfolded. But hope your trip was lovely. Thank you. No shot. That's hilarious, but understandable. It's like Yeah. So, this is also why, like, the first couple days, a lot of the tweets were mainly with me and my roommates. Because I was slowly introducing them together, all of the groups together, right? Because I'm like, okay, I am the mutual party here. I have a job to do.
No, I gotta give you
have
this
to make
one.
sure everybody...
On the stream,
That is true,
when
though.
you talked about the couch, it was incredibly obvious that you was happy with sharing the bed. This is just overthinking, just like you.
Right? I thought... Okay, listen, man. I have a hard time expressing how I feel, okay? But then, like, you can tell, like, you can tell that I like something. Like, I think I have a hard time telling people things, but the only thing that I don't have a hard time doing is when I tell people that I like them, appreciate them, or love them. This is true. I said I love you, I like you, I appreciate you to like everyone that I love, appreciate, and like. That is true. Everything else is like a fucking addition. Like that should already be clear enough. If I said anything on top of that, okay, can you fault me for lying a little bit? Like, it's already embarrassing enough. You know how long it took me to develop the skill of being like, you know what? You should. How would your friends know that you like them if you don't tell them? It took me years, okay? A lot of years and a lot of therapy money in order for me to be like, you're right. I should tell my friends that I love and appreciate them because I do. And that took like at least 12 therapy sessions.
Thanks, Karen,
not back to back.
for the one resub.
So like, it takes time, you know? And if I already said the main point, why do you need the side? Like, I gave you the main dish. You know, the side dish are just like an additional. Like, don't even worry. Don't even read too much about it.
But he gets along. So, for a lot of it, I was with the roommates, especially in the very beginning, because, you know, while I was excited to see my VTuber friends, the main big part of me going to Thailand was to hang out with my roommates and then also see my VTuber friends. And here's another thing that... Another foundation. So the way that I decided to put this together is the first
One
week,
of them is communication.
we left on the
nature.
19th. We got there on the 21st of May. I was gonna be with my roommates until the 24th, and then after that, I was supposed to switch to the other hotel room to stay with the VTubers. But because because of circumstances I will be bringing up later, I didn't end up actually staying with them
is
until
her
the night
excuse?
before they left. Because of all of the shit that Michi would say to me, right? And so, yeah, we
Horrible
were supposed to
excuse.
hang out. Like, I was supposed to be in their room for the last, like, it was supposed to be evenly cut. Like, evenly cut where I was with them and then with my roommates so that I could be spending time with all of my friends, right? And, it's just so funny when I think about it, y'all. It's just so funny when I think about it. Oh my god. Okay, let me get my thing pulled up. My little note. The notes that have 4 lines of notes. But yep, we went on May 19th and then I came back on June 1st. So it was a very long trip. We went to Thailand for 9 days. And then after that, I went to the Philippines, which not many people knew about because obviously I didn't want to be loud about it, which is also kind of funny because it was during another convention that was happening. I guess the last week was full of conventions because what was it? It was a MomoCon,
Not the
TwitchCon, EU,
notepad.
and a convention that was happening in the Philippines because Sho went to the Philippines like the day before I did. And then I went to the Philippines too. But I went to Palawan. And I think he went to Manila. But yeah, I wanted it to be a silly, fun little surprise because I was like,
It's over.
I
She
also
got
didn't
the
want to say I was going to the
notepad.
Philippines because when I found out that there was a convention there, I didn't want people to get their hopes up and think that I was going to be at that convention because I quite honestly had no idea that was even happening. Which also, what the fuck? The Filipino convention didn't want to invite the Filipino. Whatever, you know, it is what it is. My bad, but I guess I'm not popular in the Philippines. Come with me to my family trip. Yes, it was the family trip. Ha, you're not that popular. I don't think I am in the Philippines. I don't think I'm that popular in the Philippines actually. And then when I went to see like Michi, Yuzu,
Oh my
shows
god, the
and
random
Yusan's
flashbang.
theirs was like
Jesus!
they had like 2 big beds on one room. And then the big room here had the giant
like a face.
king bed that was
My
supposed to be
eyes.
Michi and then me, and then one bed for Yusan, right? And then, you know, Yuzu show, and then like a door that's pretty much always open so we could go in and out. But their room was so much bigger than ours. Yeah, but it didn't work out. Anyways, so I didn't end up meeting them till the next day. But so this day, we ended up streaming, and then we had really bad jet lag. So immediately after
Why is
we
Usman
did the
sleeping on a
stream,
tombstone?
we walked down the street, and then we had some street food. We went to a convenience store. We went to some of the stalls, and we had a nice little morning. And then we all went back to sleep, and then woke up, and I went to the gym every single day aside from the one day after we went drinking, I think. And the big reason for that, which was already exposed on the timeline by Hami, I have really bad travel anxiety. It's gotten worse ever since I became a VTuber, go figure. But I just cannot go poo-poo. And I was unable to go poo-poo. So I was not eating a lot. I wasn't
Oh my
eating a
god,
lot.
that
I wasn't
pissed
able
me
to go to the
so
bathroom
much.
a lot. And so I was bloated 90% of this trip. And so
That's one thing that I was making fun of her for, but I get it, you know, like she needs to shit. Okay, go shit, girl. But before this trip, I told Numi, I was like, by the way, are you the type that eats a lot, or like, are you not like, do you not like eating? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are you like the type to eat a little bit, or like, do you like eating a lot? And Numi, and I quote, said, I'm big backed. What the fuck? I don't know what the fuck that even meant. So I'm assuming big backed equal a lot of appetite, because she said it like that. She's like, oh man, I can devour my shit. I'm big backed. Like, I'll be eating anything, and I love food, and I'll be just gorging and consuming I'm like vacuum cleaning up all the meals. So I was like, got it. So with that in mind, I was like, all right, before the trip, you guys know this, I was training myself, right? Like I was eating because I'm trying to like make my stomach get used to like a big size of food, so then I can hang out with them and I could eat food with them, and I could also enjoy it, because I don't eat a lot, right? I don't usually eat a lot. So if I do suddenly out of nowhere just eat like double the portion I usually eat, which is usually like 3 meals a day, I would get very ill. So I have to start with like 1 portion to like 2 portions. To like, it takes some time to like grow that appetite, and it's not gonna be permanent, because afterwards it's too much of a hassle. Like I do find it exhausting to do that, but I need my stomach to get used to it before I actually just like start devouring food, right? So I did that for like 2.5 weeks. I was telling Chad, I was like, yeah, I've been eating a lot because I'm trying to like get my stomach used for the Thailand trip. And I kept saying that. And when I went to Thailand trip, she didn't fucking eat. Like, she would order food, eats like half, which is no joke what I usually fucking eat. And then we would eat stuff and she's like, I'll just get like an appetizer, and then she doesn't even finish it. And then like she doesn't invite and like to restaurants or anything. But like Yusan is definitely the type, like they try to bring you to restaurants a lot. Like they try to feed you a lot. And I remember when I went to Thailand last year with Yusan, I didn't prepare, like I didn't train myself, you know what I mean? So I didn't train myself, and Yusan brought us to a restaurant and I didn't eat a lot. And I remember Yusan like brought it up, right? Like it's like, man, I brought you here and like, you know, like you didn't even eat that much. And I know that Yusan wasn't like upset maybe, but I also was like, damn, because I am big on like respecting. If this is how you want to show love, I will respect it as much as I possibly can. And I'm like, damn, you know what? Next time I meet Yusan, I'm gonna eat. Like I will always try to eat as much as I can, because I feel like that's how best to show that I respect like your way of respect,
Shaming
right?
her for being a shy pooper SMH.
You know what I mean? Like I'm like, okay, so depending on people, I'm not I'll kill ya. Like depending on the people, I will train myself so then I can act accordingly. I trained myself for this Thailand trip. Numi didn't fucking eat. Yusan brought us to places. Literally the person, and I'm not joking, the person that ate the most, I would say, is me. Like me, Shoto, and Yusan. Like actually not even Yusan. I feel like Yusan didn't even eat that much. So me and Sho. Like me and Sho were the ones that ate the most in the trip. Cause like not even the order. Like I would have a portion and I would eat that portion because first of all, Numi said that she ate a lot and I already trained myself. Second of all, Yusan's there and I don't want to make Yusan feel like, oh, they ordered so much food and then I didn't even eat it. Like like, this is how you show love. I will show you that I appreciate it, right? So I'm like eating so much to the point that I actually got sick because of how many food I ate, but I still did it anyway. And Numi was like, oh my god, I'm so big back. Like, I would eat so much food and like I would just consume that shit. We ordered bonchon. She didn't even finish it. And I was like, damn, you are a liar. You are a liar. All women do is lie. I swear to God. Like, why can't you just tell me? Like, I told you. It's like, oh, I don't eat that much. And she's like, oh, I eat a lot. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'll train myself for you then so I can keep up with your appetite and like have a fun time with you. Oh, yeah. No, I did actually gain weight from that trip. And then I got sick and I got sent to the hospital. And like, no joke, my weight is lower than it was before I left. And I was like, well, fuck me, chat. That's just what it is. I was so proud too. I was supposed to be like, chat, guess what? I think I was like almost 45 kilograms when I got back. I was like 44, 45-ish. I was like, yahoo, I actually gained weight. I got sick. I got sent to the hospital. I came back and now I'm back to my usual, slightly less because I'm still recovering. So I'm back to like shit bland food and water. And I'm like, wow. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It's just what it is. It never stays with you. I think, honestly, if I didn't get sick, that weight would have stuck. Like, I don't think it was water weight. I think that weight would have stuck, but I got sick. And then it's just like, poof, gone. No! So sad.
Had to balance out my body by running 1.5 to 2 miles every single day just so I can keep slim for the trip. I was trying to moderate.
See this
this
shit?
started happening to me too. Don't tell anyone though. Oh, sorry, Juniper. Ooh. Did you not poo for 2 weeks? No,
like
it's like,
when
you know
you
the
were
poo you
training,
have where
it
you
will
have
help
a
for
small poo and you
exercising.
know that it's...
That's the thing. I tried doing that once, but I actually got really ill. Like, I always get really, really ill. Like, I would stop every now and then, but then I can't get back once I stop. But if I don't stop, I get really sick. So I'm trying to moderate it a bit more. So don't you worry about it.
You're not satisfied from that poo. That is what I had. So I think I pooed like 3 to 4 times in Thailand and 0 times in the Philippines. And so that is why the day I came back, I saw God because I shitted so many times.
What the fuck?
So we were so poop synced. Yeah, me and Tony were literally poop synced. If I pooped, then Tony would poop. But if I didn't poop, Tony did not poop. So we both pooped probably 3 to 4 times the whole trip. I saw them tweet about your shits, bro. Thanks, Juniper. Happy birthday, buddy. Hope you had a good one, buddy. I don't know why Hami decided to attack me like that. You guys were there for that in the Discord when I said I ran out of toilet paper. Bro decided to come and give me toilet paper and make me pay the price for some reason. That Numi 2.0 toilet doesn't sound too bad now, does it? You know, maybe just a regular toilet with a regular bidet would be better because it's literally the case of where it's a massacre in the bathroom where I would have to just shower immediately after. You know, it's like because I don't have a bidet. I don't have a bidet.
Bidets are
I
good.
don't have a bidet. I don't have a bidet.
Bidets are so good.
The other bathrooms have bidets, but not that one. When you sit on the toilet, you connect your hole up to the large network of connected holes. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing that. Did you feel skinny afterwards? I think I literally pooped out 4 pounds yesterday. I'm not even exaggerating. It's so funny. Does that mean our holes are connected? You know, I'd rather not think about it like that, Tony, but thank you so much. Thank you. What am I looking at? Oh, this is Hami. Now, the next picture is from the next morning. This, feast your eyes, boys. My meals in Thailand consisted of the daily breakfast that was included in our hotel package. I would get a cheese omelet and fruit and a piece of bread. So every day I would eat half of this,
bread.
all of the guava that we raided their f***ing guavas. They literally ran out of guavas for days because they hated to see us coming. We ate all of their f***ing guavas. I am not kidding, y'all. I'm not kidding. And then
Your nails were so slay, Michi. That's Numi's nails. But I do think her nails were so slay, but those are Numi's nails, sadly.
so I would have half of this, a piece of bread, and fruit. That was my breakfast. My lunch would be some other meal that I would eat very little of, and then dinner would be another meal that I ate very little of, and I couldn't eat more because I was so f***ing bloated and
She just continued talking about I love how the title is Michi IRL is like a wet sobbing kid, and then half of the clip is her talking about how constipated and bloated she is.